What do we invest in 2023 to avoid Executive Order 14067, which was signed on March 9, 2022 by Joe Biden, and the HR Bill 7231 that was introduced by Stephen Lynch, known as the Electronic Currency and Secure Hardware Act, marching forward the central bank digital currencies and a control over our freedoms and lives as we know it today, appearing that of China. What do we invest going forward? Gold? Silver? Well, possibly. But remember, in 1933, Roosevelt came back and took everybody's gold. Well, they paid a low premium for it, but they basically took everybody's gold and made it illegal to hold gold. Now, the dollar in 1972, 1971 has gone off that gold standard. So can we hold gold going forward? Where do we invest? How do we invest? Cryptocurrencies? With all the new regulation coming out, hard spot to be in right now. Let's talk about that today in DeFi IoT. And it is a hard place to be in right now. It really is. 2023, people that were in crypto were seeing, $2 trillion being lost, or I should say, removed from the crypto market. You're having a lot of money removed from the stock market as well. Are bonds the way to go? Well, maybe short term, but long term, there's not a lot of faith in the dollar. Your central banks globally are buying up gold and silver along with other precious metals. You can get into the fact of, well, I'm going to buy gold and silver and palladium and platinum, etc. But palladium and platinum are used for catalytic converters in our combustible engines, right? So if we get away from combustible engines, will palladium and platinum still have that value? Yeah, there's a jewelry use for it, yes, but most of palladium platinum is used, like 50% of it is used for catalytic converters. That's why so many catalytic converters are being stolen from vehicles, I would imagine, right? So where do we invest going forward? Well, I'm going to give you a short list, and it's a list that is just common sense list. Look, Robert Kiyosaki always states that gold and silver are God's money. And actually, without being blasphemous or in any way, there's truth to that. Gold and silver have been the money, or that's been used as a money or currency, if you will, but it's really money. Currency is something that's a fiat that's kind of a split off to represent gold or silver, like it used to have the United States until the early 1970s. And now you're starting to see the digital yuan get more backing because they're backing it with gold. The Russian ruble is apparently going to have gold backing to it as well. Those are digital, by the way, not crypto, not to be confused with decentralized crypto. They may be used on blockchains, we talked about in the last video, but that's going to be a centralized blockchain. Very difference between centralized and decentralized blockchains. They're two different animals. Bitcoin and the new cryptos we see it rolling out today are two different creatures. Bitcoin supports a free market. That's why it's outside of the current reach of Security and Exchange Commission. Well, there are legislators that want to see Bitcoin and all crypto completely pushed out and banned in the United States of America and pushed offshore, which would be a huge mistake because it won't disappear. Freedom won't go away. So what do we invest? What do we invest in? Well, you know what? Gold and silver, I do believe, was and will be God's money. And the idea with that being that gold and silver has always been used as money. And we have thousands of years of history there. So I don't think that's a bad place to be investing your money. Now, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just going to share with you what we're doing based on a lot of research that we've done and experience in life and having lived under socialist and semi-communist and studied in communist countries. So try to, in talking to the people, how they moved around and how they're what you would call black market or a secondary market, a free market fighting for survival is what it was, how they were able to survive and actually get ahead unless the government took it from them. But you got to keep this under your wrap. So let's go into what can we get into. I got my little list here I've got broken out because I want to make sure I cover these things really good. First of all, you're going to want to invest in yourself. Get a little education. These videos are perfect. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up so we can get out to other people. hit the bell so more videos come out. We're going to try to keep you aware of what's going on and where you can, how you can get around this and get through this, right? Legally, legitimately, and the best ways for you to protect yourself and prepare for what's coming. Now, if it doesn't come, fantastic. Nothing lost, only gained, and you've actually saved money. So first thing you're going to have to do, invest in yourself, get an education. In other words, educate yourself like you're doing now. Short little videos, 10, 15 minutes a day. You're going to do a lot more than you did prior to this. If you can do more than that, fantastic. Secondly, is this. Once you get a little education, and I would say educate yourself in gold and silver. What type of gold and silver to buy? It all depends. Don't get caught up on these coins. I see a lot of people buying silver coins or gold coins because they have a collectible price to them. Look, if things go bad, it's going to come down to what that basic bullion is. So basic pure gold, which is a 0.9999, 0.9949, right? Or pure silver, 0.9999 or 0.999, right? Along those lines there, will be nearly pure, where people are going to want to trade with. A coin today that has a premium value to it may not have a premium when nobody has the money to pay for that premium, right? There may be somebody out there, but my interest is not paying a premium for a coin. My interest is in store of values, putting money away. And I'm not even looking at it as an investment. I'm just looking at it as a hedge. So two different ways you can look at it. And I would be looking at it more as a hedge if I were you. But again, I'm not giving financial advice. And be careful of your financial advisors. Because I'm not going to say go get financial advice from them either. Do your own homework. Because they're paid to sell and shield certain things. And they'll shield and sell whoever pays the best commission to them. Remember that. That's a lot of cases that way. So select well on a financial advisor if you do choose one. Where can we educate it? Where can we actually build ourselves up? Okay, where do we invest in 2023? Physical gold. Physical, not putting gold into an IRA or 401k. That will become digital, and that is only going to be used to promote agendas. Physical gold. I talked with my son recently about IRAs, and I was trying to explain, but we didn't have a lot of time, the danger of an IRA going forward. Now, I used to have IRAs. I liquidated my IRAs. I invested that into business and real estate. So let's go through. What would I buy? Physical gold, physical silver, and you can go on medium exchanges. APMEX is one. There's others you can get into. Here, I've got one here pulled up right now. Let me see. This one's called Money Metals. I've bought from them before too. They seem to be decent in pricing. There are others out there you can get even really better pricing on, but your minimum spend is $5,000. If you're like me and you can only spend $200, $300, $400 a month, $500 a month in buying precious metals, then these are the areas where you can buy it. Now, if you're in California or certain states, they're going to charge taxes. There are some states now that are moving forward. They're reducing taxes, like Utah, for example. You don't pay taxes on these type of investments, right? Which is how it should be, really. But California will charge you a tax, and they'll charge you coming in. There is a company, though, that does not charge a tax. I'm just going to put the link down below. I don't want to mention them here. Coming into California that I buy it from. I buy these gold backs, these bills. I have these bills up here. I buy these gold backs that I feel are actually, well, I think I've got them up here. Yeah, I got them right here. I buy these gold backs, these little gold backs. They're just, and I've mentioned before in other videos. We have other videos here. The gold backs, I like them. Why do I like them? Well, not because of their pretty design or anything on them, but because they are a solid gold bill. And what I like about them is it's fractional. So I wouldn't buy big blocks. I wouldn't buy more than 5 ounces or maybe even 10 ounces of silver or gold. Silver mostly, because silver's cheaper, right? So silver's cheaper to get into, and silver has a higher use case going forward with technology rollout and Web 3.0, and all of that will entail in the metaverse, et cetera, that's coming. Okay, so silver is actually a really good area to be investing in right now, especially if you don't have a lot of money. Other precious metals, we talked about palladium and platinum. Well, that could be, but I would be aware of that, because if we go electric vehicles, right now those are used for catalytic converters. That's over 50% of the market there. So I think gold and silver would be areas. Now, if you can invest in certain stocks or companies that own gold and silver mines, that too would be a decent investment. Your concern would be then in holding those shares, who controls that, right? And if everything goes digital, then that's going to go digital as well. And you will then, remember, there's a pilot program taking place with the clearinghouse for stocks and bonds. And so that would be a dangerous area to be in. I know some people are holding those, but I don't agree with that. If you can buy a silver mine or gold mine yourself, you have that capability, or with people, that's a different story. Or even gold claims. Not a bad thought. Gold or silver claims. You'll have no guarantee that's there, but there's something there at least, maybe possible to consider. But let's get back into your guarantees. If I hold physical gold, I hold physical silver, I know I got to store value there. Now I got to worry about theft, right? But there's ways around that too. And I don't really want to do a video on that, because if I could do a video on that, how I avoid theft, where I put it at, how I secure it, then I'm giving away what we do, right? So you're going to have to become really creative. And there's books out there on that by the people. And maybe I can get some of those books and recommend that. So let's go in through here. Land, real estate. Land and real estate. Now, unfortunately, your land and real estate titles will become NFTs, so that could be easily be stolen from you in the future. So just keep that in mind, okay? So your land and real estate. So if you're going to buy land and real estate, I suggest you secure that land and real estate, and you make sure nobody can come out with land and real estate to take it from you, because it may get that way. California's closing 10 prisons down over the next few years. That's like half the prisons, if I'm not mistaken. There's a big chunk of the prisons. That's got a lot of convicts on the street. We're not going to be able to have our cars out front of our homes anymore. It's going to be like Latin America. You got to be all gated in. If you leave your cars outside, they're gone, or at least they won't have their tires, be windows bashed in, your stereos will be taken. That's coming. I know from where I've lived in. That's coming. That's something that's not inevitable. And that's inevitable. I mean, that's not something that we can prevent now with the people we have in power, especially in California, right? So land and real estate, okay, for short term, fine. But you want to have your own land and real estate anyways. You don't be dependent on the government. So that's an area that you would buy into, very possibly for your own homestead. Then secure that. Hey guys, Bitcoin. Now you can say, well, if they take control of the internet, we won't be able to move that Bitcoin. I am a firm believer that there's going to be people out there like Musk, may not be Musk, but like people out there that will maintain certain element of freedoms, and that this cryptocurrency will move offshore where a market will be allowed. And Bitcoin is something that will have a value and is gained in value. In fact, JP Morgan, their report late last year came out saying that they expect Bitcoin to hit 150,000 for the next 2 to 3 years. Right now, it's currently just sitting about 25,000, right? 23 and 25. So Bitcoin would be a cryptocurrency I would invest in. Other blockchain companies. The future is blockchain. You guys, you can't get around that. California DMV, Governor Newsom's already said, he signed laws saying we're going blockchain. So everything's going blockchain, but that's centralized blockchain. So when I'm talking about blockchain, I'm talking about investing in decentralized blockchain. Now, if you want to invest in blockchain, that's great. But how your cryptocurrency is going to be paid out will obviously be through a digital system controlled by the Federal Reserve. Very likely. Okay, the Federal Reserve is rolling out CBDC, and that's just no way around that. So, what kind of blockchain companies do we invest in? Those are decentralized, such as cloud data storage. Obviously, this is rolling out. And if this rolls out, there's going to be a need for cloud data storage. But decentralized cloud data storage, like SC Prime, amongst others that are there playing that decentralized game. I like SC Prime because I think they have other facets of protection that go forward versus their competition. And I'll do a video just on who those are, what those companies are, and who would be a good idea investing in those. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit that bell so I can tell you what other cloud data storage businesses or blockchain companies would be good to invest in going forward, knowing that data is going to be something that's going to be consumed or gathered even more. Remember, data is right now more valuable than gold. That's how Facebook and Amazon and these big monsters have made most of their money. And that's not a conspiracy theory. So your metaverse blockchains then will obviously be something that invest in going forward. Be careful again, you're going to have centralized and decentralized. If you don't mind having certain things digital, that's a concern. But I would stay into decentralized. Now, what are metaverse blockchains for short term? You can look at like Gala Games, Gala Music, which is something completely different. We bought a node for Gala Music so we can actually help provide the music. Basically, we'll be a radio station going forward. And that will probably pay us in a digital currency, right? So I'll have two sides there I can play. And you're probably going to have to, like today with Bitcoin or with crypto, you have to cash it out into the normal fiat currency or what the normal currency is in that market today, right? So that will give me some sort of an income coming in of that nature. Just to summarize then, so your basically your cross-chain blockchains like Polkadot, your NFT creations, because the future is going to be NFTs. We know that. And with NFTs rolling out, your digital vehicle registrations are going to be non-fungible tokens. And NFT creation would be a good idea to educate yourself and invest in a computer there. Invest in yourself, your home, secure your home, defend your home, food, water, preparation. So course education, we talked. Home first aid and medical will be important because you're going to need to use digital currency to be able to get any medical treatment going forward, and get off grid as much as you can. That's what I would say going forward. It's not financial advice, but that's what we're doing here at DeFi IoT. We'll see you in our next video.